Hello, sweet eyelashes. Welcome back to Tarot Third Eye. I pulled three cards for a past, present, future reading. And honestly, they're telling quite a story. Let's see what's unfolding for you. You know when you're trying to move through a crowded room and everyone's going in different directions? That's the Five of Wands energy we're starting with. Everyone's got their own agenda, their own stick to swing, and nobody's really coordinating. I'm seeing something specific here. The color orange is blazing through this card. If orange has been showing up in your life lately, in dreams or just catching your eye everywhere, this is your sign. There's a restless energy building, and it's not necessarily bad. Sometimes we need the friction. Look, I know some of you have been feeling like you're fighting uphill battles lately. Maybe at work, maybe in your family, maybe just trying to get your own thoughts to line up in the right order. But here's what the Five of Wands actually shows us. Those figures aren't really trying to hurt each other. They're testing, pushing, seeing what gives. It's more like a sparring match than a war. There's a group of you right now who've been avoiding conflict, tiptoeing around something that needs to be said or done. This card is saying stop tiptoeing, not because you need to start a fight, but because a little healthy friction might be exactly what clears the air. The sound of clashing is coming through strong, like wooden spoons hitting together. Someone's kitchen is about to get busy, or maybe that's just the universe's way of saying it's time to stir the pot. Sometimes the most peaceful solution comes after everyone's thrown their cards on the table. This isn't chaos, even though it looks like it. This is the necessary mess that comes before clarity. I'm getting this beautiful, almost childlike wonder coming through with the Page of Cups. There's something so pure about this energy after all that clashing we just saw. Like, the storm has passed, and now there's this quiet moment where you can actually hear your own thoughts again. Someone out there has been feeling like they lost touch with their intuition lately. You know who you are. All that noise from the Five of Wands might have drowned out that inner voice, but it's still there. This page is holding up a cup like it's the most fascinating thing in the world, and that's exactly the energy you need to cultivate right now. Curiosity instead of judgment. I'm sensing water strongly here. Not rushing water, but still water. Like looking into a pond early in the morning when the surface is perfectly calm. If you've been drawn to water lately, whether that's longer showers, sitting by a lake, or even just watching rain, trust that pull. There's healing happening. The fish emerging from the cup is speaking to me about messages from the unconscious. Dreams have been vivid lately, haven't they? For some of you, almost uncomfortably vivid. Pay attention to what's swimming up from the depths. Your psyche is trying to tell you something important, but it's speaking in symbols, not bullet points. There's a specific message here for anyone who's been called naive or too trusting recently. The Page of Cups says that that's not weakness, that's your superpower. In a world that's becoming increasingly cynical, your ability to approach situations with fresh eyes and an open heart is rare. Don't let anyone convince you to armor up completely. This card is also about new emotional beginnings, but not the dramatic kind. More like, remember being a kid and finding a really interesting rock? That sense of, oh, this matters somehow, even though I can't explain why. Trust those unexplainable pulls right now. Your rational mind doesn't need to understand everything. Six of Cups brings us full circle, and honestly, this feels like the universe giving you permission to exhale. After all that sparring and soul searching, here comes this gentle reminder of who you were before the world taught you to be complicated. The smell of vanilla is coming through so strongly, like someone's baking cookies in another room. If vanilla has been your comfort scent lately, or if you've been craving foods from your childhood, this is why. Your system is asking for the kind of sweetness that heals from the inside out. Look at these children in the card, just exchanging flowers like it's the most natural thing in the world. No agenda, no calculation, just here. I thought you might like this. When was the last time you did something that simple? Not because you had to or because it would get you something, but just because it felt right? I'm seeing a strong message for those of you who've been carrying guilt about outgrowing certain relationships or situations. The Six of Cups isn't asking you to go backwards, it's asking you to remember the gold you left behind. Maybe it's the way you used to laugh before you learned to worry about how it sounded. Maybe it's the dreams that you had before someone told you to be realistic. There's a someone from your past thinking about reaching out. I'm getting the number 17 very clearly. Could be a date, could be how long it's been, could be their age when you knew them. Don't be surprised if an unexpected message finds its way to you. But here's what's really beautiful about this card following the Page of Cups. Your intuition isn't just coming back online, it's remembering how to play. You're rediscovering that childlike knowing that doesn't need to be defended or explained. The kind of wisdom that says this person feels safe or this opportunity is meant for me without a PowerPoint presentation to back it up. Some of you are about to make a decision that others will call impractical, maybe even foolish. The Six of Cups says trust that impulse anyway. Your inner child has been trying to tell you something important, and they are finally loud enough to be heard over all the adult noise. This is your reminder that innocence isn't ignorance, it's courage. The thread running through your reading is this beautiful return to trusting what feels right, even when it doesn't make sense on paper. You're not going backwards. You're remembering who you were before the world had taught you to doubt yourself. That childlike knowing you're reconnecting with, it's not naive, it's revolutionary. Thank you for letting me read for you today. Drop a comment if the number 17 means something to you. I'd love to hear about it. Look after yourselves, little eyelashes, and remember that your intuition is worth more than anyone else's logic.